Gukesh is the new world chess champion, and 2 days ever since his historic feat, India still can't get enough of him. He's coming back to India on Monday after having all the things that he's done in Singapore. Now, there will be a frenzy for Gukesh, and that is why this is going to be something spectacular at this point. Now, there were allegations earlier on. Russia had called for an inquiry as to why Ding Liren lost the game on purpose. But FIDE's fair play officer who was there, he dismisses this entire myth and points out why Gukesh won. He was there when the entire match happened. He witnessed all the security protocols, he oversaw it all, and now he gives his very fair assessment on it. Because Alexander Kolovic, who is the FIDE fair play officer in charge of overseeing the entire situation when it comes to the World Chess Championship, has spoken to Times of India. There he mentioned Gukesh was a better fighter. He avoided a draw in objectively worse positions. He wanted to fight. Ding wanted to play it safe. So this is why this is one of the prime factors why Gukesh won. Because when you looked at every move, when you looked at every game, it was Gukesh who was trying to ensure he forced the result. Ding, with a superior defense, wanted to just play it safe. And that is the main reason what Alexander Kolovic has stated, that yes, this was the prime factor. Otherwise, Gukesh would not have been the world chess champion. He quoted Garry Kasparov, a better fighter wins on its day. And that is why Gukesh was the better fighter. You can defend and defend and defend, but ultimately the defense will crumble. And that is why Gukesh was on the offensive, and that is why he is the world champion. However, Russia's allegation that Ding Liren deliberately lost after that Rook F2 move, that has drawn a lot of criticism at this stage. But Alexander Kolovic, who was there, the FIDE fair play officer who was there at that point in time, he clearly mentioned blunder didn't come out of nowhere. Gukesh was pushing, Ding wanted the game to end. After a month of pressure, people crack. Look at the pressure that Gukesh was putting each and every time. Game number 7, game number 8, there was blunders in game number 3 because of time management. Game number 11, time management, Ding blundered. And that is why 14th game, with so much at stake, the pressure had to come. 1 month of pressure, any individual can crack. That is why, simple case, Ding cracked. And the most elementary of mistakes ensured that yes, this was bound to happen. Now, at this point, what was the procedure? Now remember, the World Chess Championship and chess in general is under the scanner after all the pre-match build-up of cheating. Hans Niemann's case did not help the case that much when you look at chess. Now, in order to avoid cheating, what did FIDE's fair play officer do, and what was the security situation that was there? He mentioned players passed through different scanners to ensure nothing was on the body. There were different types of scanners, different sizes, different ways how a player can be checked. After a thorough meticulous check, then and only then you could have passed through. Whenever players were going for their rests, the camera would monitor them very, very carefully. So that's why there was no way you could have escaped. Ensured no signals would enter the cube also, the cube and the material with which it was done. The fans could watch, whoever were there, they could watch, but they ensured no signal would pass through. And because of that, Gukesh and Ding played it out in the most competitive manner, and that is the reason why after 14 games, you had the winner on the very last game. You didn't go into the tiebreakers, luckily in that sense. So, one hopes that this quote by the fair play officer silences critics, but we all know certain old school individuals will not want to digest a fact that once again, the chess hegemony has gone away from Europe and America, it's now back in Asia. This is the one thing that everybody will want to eat humble pie about. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.